So you might not see it up here yet. It does not say that the Prime Vault is open at this moment, but Nyx Prime and Rhino Prime is finally here. If you go to the market, it pops up right here. And we could go ahead and check the relics, but this is the dual pack that they have out right now. And there's other packs for Nyx Prime, separate, Rhino Prime separate, accessories separate for both of them. So you have Nyx Prime and Rhino Prime, the Hiko Prime, and the Skino Prime that comes with Nyx, Boto Prime, and the Ankros Prime that comes with the Rhino. Alright, you have the Targis Prime armor set, Vala Sugatra Prime that comes with Nyx, and then Distilling Extractor Prime, and the blueprint Noru Prime Syandana that goes with Rhino, and then you have the Prime glyphs for both of the Warframes. Easy way to search up these relics is you go to Universe, go to your relics that had to load, and search anything you want that you need for any of these relics. So let's start with example Nyx Prime. Type in Nyx Prime and you'll see all the relics that are for Nyx. So example, Nyx Prime chassis blueprint is in here, and the Hiko Prime chassis blueprint in here, Ankros Prime gauntlet is in here, Rhino Prime blueprint is in here. So if you search out the relics, they'll give you unknown relics or relics you have not is not highlighted because you don't have them, and it's probably them. So if you search up any of these, they'll give you the correct relics for any of the weapons and the Warframe. Don't forget, if you also go into your syndicates, you can purchase the Relic Packs. Alright, the relics are this. Alright, you could purchase for 20,000 standing. The more you purchase, the more 3 random relics you get. So if you purchase like let's say 2 of these, you'll get 6 relics open for you. Alright, 6 relics for you, not open, but they'll give you 6 relics. So yeah, 3 random ones, 6 relics you'll get if you purchase 2, and more as you keep going. You also have Teshin, but I know some people don't like using this steel essence, so that does take a while to farm, but you can also use that. But this video is the accessories, so let's go ahead and jump into that. Targis Prime armor sets. These are my favorite armor sets to put on fashion frames. Now these armor sets are very popular in the game. Alright, these are fascinating armor sets that people want, and that's why they always want Nyx Prime to be unvaulted, which they now are getting the opportunity to get what they want from Nyx Prime. And the saddest part about it is that they only want the accessories and not just Nyx Prime in general. But for other players, they are probably going to want it and pick up Nyx Prime, her weapons all together, instead of just picking up, or rather saying I just want the armor sets or the accessories. But anyways, back to the armor sets. Like I said, my most favorite armor sets to put on my fashion frames, and if you have not been aware of my fashion frame channel, go down in the link in the description below, and there's a link there that says fashion frame channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to that, click the link and subscribe there. But these are my favorite, and the reason is why is because they are exquisite. Okay, very big word. Rare, most definitely, and that's in general. Now special, the reason in my opinion is why I would say exquisite, because they're special. They're special to me in my opinion because they are one of the most best popular armor sets in the game for Prime armor. And I have to say, I've loved these. When I had my eyes set on these, I had to get it. I needed it. I wanted it and I needed it. Because, well, fashion frame, first of all, and want is something that you desire. Alright, want is what you desire, and I wanted it and I needed it. Alright, needed it is something that's important. Now, it's not very important, but it's just that you crave for it so much, you're gonna say I need it. So this is one of the armor sets that I needed. Okay, and you can look at this armor set and be like, wow, they're rare in general, because I'm sure everyone wants these. That's why they want Nyx Prime to be unvaulted, and they're rare because it catches people's eyes. So I have to say, Digital Extremes made the most rarest and popular and exquisite armor sets in a game that people want badly. And this is now available. So you can see the fire, some weird fire particle coming out of the hole that you see there inside of the armor set. And I love how it looks. It looks so freaking amazing. When you color it, colors go on there. You can see the gold pieces can really make it pop. And that's why these armor pieces are so special to me, because they can make your your colors on your Warframe pop. Alright? Especially how it was designed for these armor sets. They make your Warframe look cool. Alright? They look cool. And it goes for every prime part. It goes for every prime piece of the armor set. It comes out of every armor set. So that's what I do love about the Targis Prime armor sets. They are stunning, they're amazing, and everybody loves them in the game. Now everybody's gonna ask me about the channeling energy. Alright, can these channel energy? Yes. Well, I will show in a minute, but since we are on the topic of pulling out a weapon, the Vala Prime Sugatra. Now, this is just a Sugatra. This is the melee dangly, everybody says. And this one, well, texture-wise, looks amazing as hell. But useful? No. Nobody really use melee danglies, the Sugatras like that. Alright, but it does look amazing. It is goldish. It shows a lot of color, especially, like I said, gold pieces. It's always the gold pieces for someone that, when you're talking about prime pieces and prime skins and, well, basically prime features, then that is one thing that makes a kind of, it makes maybe a Warframe or a Sugatra pop. Alright, it makes it look good. And that's one thing I do like about sometimes the Sugatras. Now, this is not my favorite Sugatra. The favorite one of mine is from Loki Prime, the Damien Prime Sugatra. Looks amazing, and that's one thing I do love to use on my weapons, or put on my weapon, is that Sugatra. This is called the channeling energy, alright? And you used to be able to channel energy through your weapon. And when that does come effect, the armor set gets affected by the channel energy. Now you're not able to channel energy anymore because that has been switched every time. So it's been switched out to whenever you are able to get a combo counter of 2 and start building up from there, you will see energy channeling. And that is what it is. This is the inner channeling. That is the effect of some of the prime armor sets. And the Targis Prime, hate that word, kind of, because I think of something else. Targis Prime actually comes in effect. Alright, they have an effect to it, and it can burst out with the flames and do little particles as well that's coming out of the the armor sets. And that's what makes it look amazing. Sorry there. The thing is, I don't know why the chest plate is not doing it, because the chest plate does it as well. The leg plates does it as well sometimes. There's a little bug to it, I guess. I'm not really for sure, but it's not doing it. But overall, amazing. Not that amazing to me though, because it's, well, just particles coming out, bursting, flames, yeah, particles. So again, amazing armor sets you want to get your hands on. So purchase it before everything goes away, because the moment you think about it, they can be holding these until, who knows, November maybe, end of the month, who knows. But anyways, get your hands on this before it all goes away. You want to get it. If you really want it or need it, you gotta get it right away. And then there's Rhino, the tank god, the tankiest Warframe probably in the game. The Noru Prime Syandana is pretty good. A good looking Syandana. Something that, well, rarely and kind of barely touches the ground, which I know people don't like about that. Sometimes don't like about the Syandana, but not such a bad Syandana. Now, you don't really ever have saw me put these on fashion frames because they're not so good on other Warframes. I think the only Warframes I have really put it on is maybe Zephyr. And I've seen people use it on Zephyr, which is not bad. But they're not... This is not a popular Syandana in the game, because I've never seen anyone use this Syandana on any of their Warframes, or maybe they don't have it. But I had to say, in my opinion, because I do have the Syandana, it's not all that perfect. It doesn't really fit, and it sometimes doesn't look good on other Warframes. But like I said, I'll get into what I was going to say is what Warframes does it look good on. Excalibur, Zephyr, and I've seen it on Nova. I put it on Nova. I put it on Ember, Rhino, of course, the signature Warframe for that. And I've also put it on maybe Baruch. Yeah, I'll say Baruch, because he actually looks not that bad. He's like a petite Warframe, so he's not big. He is a bit not too bulgy or whatever like a Rhino is, but Rhino fits so perfectly with it. It just amazes me. And it's not like he's like has like a back where it's like so big that the Syandana kind of like puts it in a weird shape or weird stance. So it fits it perfectly, but everybody else has, you know, a different structure to them, right? They have different features, and sometimes you won't fit it on any Warframe, or sometimes it doesn't look on a Warframe that good. So you do have to keep in mind about that, but I'm not going to go into so much detail about it. It's just that sometimes the Syandana doesn't look that great. Now I'm going to skim through the colors and see what looks actually good on this Syandana. Let's see. That color looks pretty nice. That color looked pretty nice. So some colors, when it comes down to coloring the Syandana, it looks good. Now I know you haven't seen me color the Targis, the Targis Prime armor sets, is because, I mean, you already seen everything already. Just go to the fashion frame. You'll see colors on the armor sets. But I have really never shown the Noru Prime Syandana before, so that's why we're looking at it. And it comes down to being pretty dope, or pretty good, I should say, not dope, pretty good, and looks pretty colorful. Nice Syandana, but overall, not really a usable Syandana to put on any of your Warframes. Thank God I remember this, because I was actually going to forget this. But the Distilling Prime Extractor, well, whatever it's called, is it in here? Yes, it is. So it's got to be up here somewhere. Yep, right there. Distilling Extractor Prime. For this one, the Distilling Extractor Prime has an increased chance of acquiring uncommon and rare resources. So, with that being said, the Distilling Prime takes out uncommon and rare resources. So it gives you rare and uncommon resources that you have not seen before. This takes up Polymer Bundle, which is 2,000, and Oxium, which is 300. Now, I don't know why people are saying they're having a hard time farming for Oxium. Oxium is pretty easy. So, I would say use a resource booster, a resource amount booster, and a drop chance booster. So, resources amount booster would give you more, double the Oxium than what it normally drops if you did not have one. Mine will increase in the drop chances. So yeah, that's another good way of how to get Oxium way better. Okay, of course, in my opinion, they are worth it though. I would say definitely get the Noru Prime Syandana, because maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you, in my opinion, you think that I'm being a little not talking about it so greatly because it might look good to you, or whatever you might think is your opinion. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the Noru Prime Syandana? And then there's the armor sets for Targis Prime. You definitely think it's amazing, so Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. But I have to say, everything that I've showed you is worth it. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about everything in this Prime accessories for Nyx and Rhino Prime? That is all for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch, links in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.